How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Wonderful Everyday. Takuji is about to kill a bunch of people, most likely. Something along those lines, I don't know. As I was setting up to record, I kind of broke my headset, or my headset was broken prior, but I kind of made it worse. So this probably took the longest just to set up for a recording of Wonderful Everyday. You'd think it'd be the easiest to set up for, but apparently not in this case. So hopefully this is a session worth recording. I'm really hoping so.
ところで皆さん、誰の許しを得て俺の女に手出してるんです？ね
え。
こいつらって間宮さんのものなんですか?
The men who seemed so threatening a moment ago all changed their tone and looked nervously at Mamiya-kun, as if they didn't want to upset him.
二人とも俺のおもちゃです。
いえ、なんでもありませんです。
Numata looked anxious and uncomfortable when Mamiya-kun looked at him. He scratched his head, laughed, and looked down.
あんた、どうしてここが分かったんだよ。
How the fuck did Takuji manage to have such status? I'm having more questions than answers by playing through this goddamn route. When she saw Numata back down, she raised her voice and asked Mamiya-kun that question.
まあ、なんとなくですかね。ともあれ、自分のおもちゃなんだから。いなくなったら探すのが当たり前でしょ？違いますか？け、いけすかねえ野郎だ。それはお互い様。
God damn. Megu glared daggers at him, but Mamiya-kun didn't flinch. Megu is so prideful that she hates people like Mamiya-kun.
てなことで、二度と手出さないでくれますか？何？だからさ、とにかく皆さんうぜえから消えてくださいって言ってるの。
こいつ、あの間宮拓司か。
My god. I guess I had a wrong impression about Takuji, even after playing his route.
ああ、そうだ。俺たちが十数人で襲って返り討ちにあった。強いのか、そう見えないが。
It really doesn't, huh?
でたらめだ。普通じゃない。
バカマミヤ、どさくさに紛れて調子こくのもいい加減にしろ。
はあ？
いつ私があんたのおもちゃになり下がった。お前あれか、もうボケが始まってんのか。人生を前衛的に行き過ぎちまったのかよ。
何言ってるの？お前なんておもちゃだよ。
貴様ぶっ殺す。
I don't think right now is the time for this, you know, this chatter.
間宮。
お？久しぶりじゃないですか。君が俺を呼び捨てにしてくれるのなんか。
おいシレマ、いい加減学べよ。何度やられてると思ってんだよ。
This is like a fever dream of some sort. What the hell is happening?
何ビビってるんだよ、翼。相手丸腰じゃねえか。それに一人だろ。何人集めてるんだよ。今日はすげえ数じゃねえか。そうだよ。こんなやつにビビってんじゃねえよ。
そうだよな。ちくしょう。間宮、丸腰で吠えてるんじゃねえぞ。
He's gonna pull out that knife, isn't he?
丸腰？
ああ、そうだ。こっちは15人。しかも武器ありだ。
Come on, pull out that knife you stole.
11人しかいなくね？
あらあら、本当だ。11人しかいないよ。
Hey, at least they're counting. They started to panic when they realized they were missing 4 people.
あのさ、俺ね、この辺りの人間片っ端から占めてるんだよ。俺の顔見たら 即刻逃げる人間だって多いんじゃない？
うるせえよてめえら。ちょっと人数が減ったくらいなんだ。こっちには武器があって有利なことに違いはねえだろ。
ああ、武器って例えばこれとか。
There it is. Mamiya-kun casually pulled a knife out of his pocket and flipped the blade out. Excuse me. Goddamn.
それ私のエステレイマー。
ナイフは肝オタの大事なアイテムなんですよ、白山くん。
なあ、やばいって。間宮君に逆らうとやばいって。絶対に。
何ですか、白山くんだけですか？他は戦意喪失？そんなつまらなすぎるでしょ。ではこれならどうです？
どうして？
Mamiya-kun threw his only weapon into the darkness behind him.
はあ？てめえどこまで舐めてるんだよ。
Unsurprisingly, Shirayama's eyes lit up with anger, like Mamiya-kun had poured oil on the fire.
間宮、無謀すぎる。
You don't say. Just like Kimika, I had no idea what he was thinking.
これならいけるんじゃね？
だったら早くやっちゃいな。こんなひょろっちいやつ余裕だろ。
そうだよ、どう見ても強そうじゃないじゃんか。
いや、あんたらはあの人が暴れてる姿見たことないからそんなこと言えるんであってね。だいたい自信があるから捨てたんだろ、ナイフだってさ。
いや、ここでやらないとお前だっていつまでも間宮にぶん殴られ続けるぞ。
そうなんだけどさ。
敵を目の前に作戦会議とかやめません？やるかやらないかはっきりしてくださいよ。
情けねえぞお前ら。ここで男を見せろよ。さっきから舐められっぱなしじゃねえか。ほら、翼も黙ってんじゃねえよ。
お何やってねえ。
God damn, he's easily convinced.
さあ、早くしろよ。俺も今日あたりが限界なんだわ。明日になったらもう少し温和なやつが死ぬので間宮拓司の担当になるらしいんでな。
Today, roll, peaceful. What's he muttering to himself about?
さあ、お前らを苦しめてきた俺に復讐するならこれが最後のチャンスだ。
ああ、やってやるよ。ここでてめえをボコボコにしてやんよ。
だから座敷犬みたいに吠えるなっての。とりあえず全力でかかって。
うおりゃー。
Shirayama swung the wooden sword at Mamiya-kun before he even finished his sentence. Excuse me. The downward slash of the sword carried through and struck the ground. It was a powerful attack, but it also left him open for a long time after he missed. Mamiya-kun moved his upper body just enough to dodge the attack, putting him in arm's reach of his opponent.
木刀の素振りからやり直した方がいいですよ。力いっぱい振り下ろすなんてどんだけ素人ですか。
嘘。すごい。
歩けば即武道。覚えておいて損はないと思いますよ。
He thrusted his finger into Shirayama's throat. Shirayama collapsed on the spot. Damn, I'm sure his voice actor had a fun time making those noises.
これは演舞などではないので、触れるだけで終わる場所しか狙わないですよ。
ほらね、やっぱり間宮君に勝てるわけないんだからさ。
ちくしょう、複数で同時に行けば問題ないんだよ。
Why is the guy on the right wearing like some big-ass wristband for some reason?
俺パスな。間宮君、俺は最初から逆らってないからね。
ああ、わかった。んで、飯沼と横山は
Mamiya-kun looked a little disappointed, though still as intimidating as the devil, as he asked that question.
おい、飯沼、清志、お前ら男だろ？まあそうだけど。なあ、同時なら問題ないだろ？いくら間宮でも。
Yeah, sure.
そうそう。同時で来るといい。そんだけ獲物があれば怖くないでしょ？ほら、俺は丸腰ですよ。
それじゃあ、お望み通りボコボコにしてやるぜ。
The frightened men regained their composure. When they signaled each other to attack... Lowlifes.
あれって君かな？
Just before he was attacked, he pulled a flashlight from behind him and shined it in their eyes.
俺が丸腰だなんてバカですね、君たち。喧嘩に嘘はつきものですよ。
I heard a loud crack, and then Nishimura, who was standing closest to Mamiya-kun, fell to the ground, howling in pain.
あんな簡単に？
Mamiya-kun only twisted Nishimura's hands lightly, and yet Nishimura went flying through the air. And it wasn't just Nishimura. One by one, the blinded men were taken out. An unpleasant sound rang through the air every time one of them fell to the ground.
相変わらずだね。間宮君のって小武道っていうの？
Probably.
そうですね。そんなもんです。
I can believe anything about Mamiya Takuji at this point. The man's full of mysteries. I was shocked to hear his voice so calm as he cut through his enemies, knocking them to the ground one by one.
さて、残った連中の視力も回復してきたようだし。
Oh shit. Ianuma couldn't stop himself from yelling in despair. Mamiya-kun had pulled a sword from somewhere to fight the rest of his opponents. He took a flawless defensive stance as he stood in front of them.
ちょっとそれ本物？マジシャレにならないでしょ。
This is some fucking bleach shit right here.
安心しな。本物ではあるけど、刃は削り落としてあるから切れねえよ。
But it's still like a full-on sword. That shit's gotta be heavy.
ほら、痛くなかっただろ？
Mamiya-kun slashed diagonally down onto the terrified Ianuma, knocking him to the ground in an instant. Even if it doesn't have a blade, hitting something with forged steel that hard could seriously hurt. Ianuma's skull might have broken.
さあ、残りの人も遠慮せずにいらっしゃい。
It's fucking Mamiya Takuji versus the world here. I really hope I don't title this episode that. If I do, please don't like this video. Unsubscribe for me if I titled the video that. Mamiya-kun snickered and waved them closer. The men with weapons charged at him one after another. I couldn't bear to look at it. I silently looked away. Aren't the girls also in pain? Like, shouldn't they be worrying about that? I could still hear the merciless sound of human bodies being broken. Why would they continue to fight? I really don't know. I don't understand.
もう終わりか。威勢だけのやつらだったな。
The music of violence came to a stop. So did the soundtrack. When I heard Mamiya-kun's dissatisfaction, I finally turned back toward him.
これ。
城山だけは特別扱いだが、他のやつらはいくらか手加減してやった。
Well, he definitely seemed like the real threat there.
でも、みんな血だらけじゃないですか。
そうだね。でも、 これぐらいやらないとね。
Mamiya-kun smirked. His smile sent shivers down my spine.
これで残りはお前ら二人だけ。
Mamiya-kun strode over to the two women who were quivering in fear. His expression hadn't changed the entire time. The scariest thing of all was that he could do something like this without even cracking his veneer of elegance.
どうしようかな。
Let's kill
こ
him.
の子たち。
He calmly put away his gleaming sword, took one of the pale faces of Megu and Satoko, or took one look at the pale faces, and then asked us what he should do with them.
いつぞやの白山みたいに刃物で腕を貫通させるか。それとも鼻と口に枝を詰めて何度もぶん殴るか。
I mean, they kind of deserve a lot of shit. Like, we've definitely seen the shit that they did in the other route of this chapter. But even the shit that they pulled off here and what they tried to do definitely calls for probably not death or extreme injury or anything, but goddamn, they were not in the right at all, and they definitely deserve something.
両耳に枝突っ込んで殴るのもいいかも。倒れた方向の鼓膜が破ける感じ？
Like, that might be going too far, but I don't know. I'm a nice guy.
なかなか機会がなかったけど、昔から一度やってみたかったんですよね。
I don't think that's
そ
a
ういう
game.
ゲーム。
Sounds dangerous. What's going on? He was calm before, but I could see his expression changing now. It made me feel like he was criticizing himself internally, calling himself useless, even as he fought and crushed all his enemies. Just looking at him felt agonizing. I could hardly breathe.
いえ、もう十分ですから。
高島。
もう十分です。これ以上傷つける必要はないと思います。
必要ねですか。ならさ、質問なんだけど、人が人を傷つけるのに理由なんてあるのか？
There really isn't. Okay, maybe there is. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm too nice of a person. Like, let's say somebody, you know, is doing something terrible, like life-threatening or life-hardening, or something along those lines. Let's say you have a daughter, and a guy comes in and fucks her or some shit like that. That might be a good reason for you to hurt that person. I don't know why that's my example, but you guys get what I'm saying. I'm sure there's some reasoning why a person deserves to be hurt by another person. But goddamn, I'm really going off the trail here.
いじめられ続けたあんたが一番知ってることじゃないのか？それと立花。
Yeah, I could say the same to you, Takuji.
マミヤ。
少し頭に血が上ってたな。まあ、いいや。あんたらがそれでいいのなら、もういいさ。ああ、そうそう。
I hate it when they get cut off like that. Mamiya-kun turned around like he remembered something. Something small danced across the ground and landed near Kimika's hand.
私のエステレイマー。
And that was definitely the same folding knife he stole from Kimika. But it was open when he threw it away. He must have closed it with his hand as he threw it, since it was shut now.
俺とお前の指紋がついているからな。ここにあると良くないだろう。
You're a smart man. Let's fucking cheese it on out of here. Kimika slowly reached out and grabbed it, and she put it in her pocket without a second glance.
じゃあな。
He had already turned away from us and started walking when he said his goodbye. Who would have thought that Takuji was going to be the one to save Takashima and Kimika from the bullying that was, you know, bound to ensue? God damn. I would not have guessed that this chapter would, or this route in this chapter would go in that sort of direction. I should have said something back to him, but I hesitated to say farewell. I just silently watched as his form disappeared into the darkness. Ah, yes. The sound of defeat. Megu and Satoko had fallen to the ground. They looked at the two of us, trying and failing to convince their mouths to form words. They were unharmed themselves, but they were terrified after they watched all the men fighting for them to crumple like dolls.
どう君か立てる？大丈夫。
Yes, somehow.
わかった。家まで一緒に帰ろうね。
Yeah, let's fucking get out of here. She looked unsteady on her feet, so I moved closer and wrapped her arm around my shoulders.
私、無力だった。
No, you definitely had us in the first half, that's for sure.
何言ってるのよ。
Like, with that whip and everything, man, that was pretty solid.
最終的に、私はザクロを守ることができなかった。私は、何も、そんなことないよ。そんなこと。
I tried to soothe her as she looked away and cried. I had to stop myself from embracing her right there. It's not the time, we really gotta get out of here. I would probably just hurt her if I hugged her now, since she was injured, and I didn't want to hurt her pride either. Until now, I've always felt like my life was a living hell, as if I was about to be crushed by my perpetual fear. But now that's all changed. I've made a wonderful friend. Yeah, Kimika is pretty cool. I like her character. She's a little wacko at times, but I really do like Kimika. I really do. She's cool.
なんか注目されてるね。
That's usually how it is.
そうだね。
The atmosphere in the classroom was as uncomfortable as ever. But the hate from before had disappeared. It had been replaced with confusion and ostracization. Of course, the confusion stemmed from the incident last night. It was huge. We can only thank our lucky stars that we were alive today and that the police hadn't got involved. Yeah, sure, they'll get involved there, but they won't get involved with the very potential rape that was about to come up. I'm sorry for talking over Kimika here, but the shit's annoying. They really could have called the police, and so much of this could have been completely avoided. Or, you know, the teachers could have done their job. I'm sure there could have been way better outcomes than Takuji coming to their rescue, I feel. I'm glad he did, don't get me wrong, but fuck, man.
確かにそうかも。
It didn't feel like we were being bullied anymore, but it was like we had become objects of fear, like Akasaka-san and Kitami-san had been before. After the two of us checked that our seats were safe to sit in, Kimika whispered in my ear.
サトコもメグも今日は来てないみたいだね。本当だ。まだ来てないのかな。
I want them to be here. I want to see what they gotta say.
当分来ないんじゃないの？
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
あの二人は怪我とかしてないはずだけど。怪我はないけど、精神的には相当なダメージでしょ。あれほどの人数を集めて、たった一人の人間に勝つことができなかったんだからさ。そうだね。しかし、マミやタクジって本当に強かったんだね。噂では聞いてたけど。うん。でも、マミヤくんって前はいじめられてたとも聞いてたけど。
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of contradictions about who Takuji is.
さあ、実際のところどうなのかね。あの強さは、ちょっと武術習いましたってレベルではなかったけどね。昔から相当やり込んでる感じだった。そうなんだ。うん。合気道とかに近い武術だったけど、確か合気道って50年やって強くなれるかなれないかといったレベルのもんだからさ。
That's dedication.
50年？そうそう。どんな才能があったって数年で実践に使えるようなもんじゃないみたい。じゃあ間宮くんは？かなり幼い頃からやってないとあのレベルにはならないし、あと見た感じ相当喧嘩慣れしてたみたい。 どっちにしろあれがいじめられてたなんてありえないと思うけどね。私が思うに不良の黒幕であることを隠すために自ら流した噂じゃない？
自分で流した噂？
I wonder. He definitely was strong last night, but the Mamiya-kun I've always known wasn't like that. I don't know how to describe it.
今朝からずっと間宮拓司のこと考えてるね。
God damn, how can you not?
まあしょうがないか。実際ザクロを助けたのはあいつだからさ。ザクロがあいつのことばかり考えるのも。
Her face looked really sad for some reason. She must really hate Mamiya-kun.
でもいい人じゃない、間宮くんって。キミカのナイフも返してくれたし。
まあそうだけど。
キミカが言うような悪い人ではなかったと思うけど。
分かってるよ。分かってる。そんなことはさ。ああ、ごめん。なんか私変なこと言ったんだね。
She still didn't have a good impression of Mamiya-kun, even after he saved us. It was like she hated him even more for doing it.
まだ間宮くんのことを嫌ってるの？
嫌ってるか。いや、相変わらず好きではないよ。助けてもらっておきながらこんなこと言うのも変だけどさ。でもそれよりも自分の無力さに腹が立つ。いや別に何でもない。何でも。そんなことよりもあの男、私やザクロのことをおもちゃ呼ばわりしてたじゃん。最悪だ。
No, I'd say those goons are the worst.
あ、いや、あれは多分言葉のあやで。
だとしても許せないよ。たく、やっぱり男って下品な生き物だよ。間宮だけじゃなくて夕べのことでそれを痛感したよ。
You got that right. Fuck men. Why did she dislike him so much? It always looked like they were getting along when they talked, too. Actually, is Mamiya-kun at school today? He wasn't injured after the incident last night, so there's no reason for him to skip school. Though he did say something strange. Yeah, he did.
さあ早くしろよ。俺も今日あたりが限界なんだわ。明日になったらもう少し温和なやつが死ぬまで間宮拓司の担当になるらしいんでな。さあお前らを苦しめてきた俺に復讐するならこれが最後のチャンスだ。
What did he mean by that? Those words seemed out of place. Yeah, and I guess we're the only ones that picked up on that. Why would he say that it's their last chance?
そんなに気になるなら間宮拓司のところ見に行ってきたら？多分あいつなら屋上にいるんじゃないの？
Well, that's usually where we see him.
聞きたいこと、話したいことたくさんあるんでしょ？あいつと。
Kimika smiled gently.
そうだね、ありがとう。
But I wonder why her expression looks sadder every time I look at her.
あいつがゆうべ最後のチャンスだとか限界だとか言ってたのが気になるんでしょ？
Okay, luckily Takashima wasn't the only one that picked up on that.
気になる。
It definitely was kind of a strange thing to say.
正直なんだね、ザクロ。だったらすぐにでも聞いた方がいいんじゃない？世の中には手遅れになることだってたくさんあるじゃん。今やらないと、今言わないといけないことってたくさんあるじゃん。多分さ、今言わないと手遅れになるかもしれない言葉ってたくさんあると思う。なんだよ、神妙な顔して私見てさ。今のは一般論だよ。 一般論としてそういうことってあるんじゃないかなって思っただけでさ。とりあえず行ってきなよ。行っていろいろと話してくるといいよ。それにさ、ザクロを守れるのはあいつだけだから。これからまだ赤坂たちの復讐が続かないとも限らないわけだし。
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll be at it again.
でもそれだったらキミカだって間宮君に。私はあいつに助けられるなんてごめん被る。私は私でどうにかしてやる。
Well, shit, dog.
ごめん。なんだろう。なんで私今大声出したんだろう。昨日の今日だからまだ気が立ってるのかな。もしかして。キミカ。とりあえずさ、行きなよ。次は昼休みだしさ。なんだったら5次元目の授業は保健室に行ったって先生に言っておくし。
Alright. After she said that, she looked down, avoiding eye contact with me. Why? We're finally free from the bullying. What's she so upset about? I was a bit confused. Well, I can kind of figure it out for myself here. Like, it kind of makes sense that she wanted to be the one to protect her, but she wasn't able to. I mean, shit, Kimika cares for the girl. She does a terrible job at showing it, especially in the other chapters, or other routes, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, thank you all for watching, guys. That's all the time we got for this episode. I'm gonna go break my headset a few more times. I'm sure it's bound to happen. And hopefully I'll have a replacement, or this one isn't completely busted, by the next episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that fantastic shit. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.